Austin area Congressman Michael McCaul is with us live. He was on the House floor yesterday, continuing that House GOP effort to get an up or down vote on the House floor for more offshore drilling. Congressman, you're watching the polls. It looks like you're making some real headway with the American public. The polls are going in your favor, but we still hear from some callers who agree with the Democrats' counter-argument that the oil companies already have millions of acres of leases and there's no activity on those leases. Sam and I think someone needs to come up with a more effective counter-argument to that position. What do you think?
Well, only 3% of the offshore leases are being currently utilized, and that's really a red herring. It's basically if you have 50 acres of a lease space, you're not going to develop all 50 acres. You're going to explore and try to find out where the oil is. It may exist on only 1 acre. You know what? Under current law, if you don't use it, it does revert back. So this use it or lose it is already current law. I think the real issue is if we increase supply in this country and make more energy, will that bring down the price of gas at the pump?
Absolutely.
And I think the answer is yes, although Ms. Pelosi again says that's a misrepresentation and a decoy. But
it's not a misrepresentation. You know, anybody that knows...
was that her there on the punching in?
She's trying to get in on that?
I just got back from D.C. late last night. It's probably one of my 5 kids.
We thought it was Pelosi doing that. I'm sorry, Sam.
No, actually, you know, anybody that knows anything about the oil business knows that you drill in the highest prospective areas, and a lot of the areas are marginal, even though they hold a lease on it, and you own it, you know, and there's a lot of oil that's closer to the shoreline. It has vast potential. It's easier to get to. It's cheaper to get to, and we can get it to market quicker.
But, you know, and the other thing is our bill, the American Energy Act, has a very comprehensive alternative energy piece to it and also a nuclear energy piece to it. And it's an all-of-the-above approach. And what we're saying is put all the forms of energy on the table. Don't exclude one of the greatest natural resources that we have in this country.
Yes.
And I'd rather make it in the United States than import it from the Middle East, which is a dangerous policy. And T. Boone's right about one thing. It's the largest transfer of wealth out of this country, and it's hurting our economy.
Does your bill give states final veto power, though, over new offshore drilling?
Yeah, I mean, the states can decide whether they want the drilling or not. And, of course, Alaska would decide tomorrow to go forward.
Sure. Well, you know, you're going to...
Does it also stipulate that drilling cannot occur within a certain number of miles of the coastline?
Yeah, I believe it's 100 miles offshore. These, you know, the technology is such that these are submersible underwater rigs. And you can't even see them, and they become actually a great haven for fish and coral. And
you know, now you can't even see a rig 12 miles off the coast.
No.
And you're having all of that in between vacant?
Why 100 miles?
Well, it can be done in a very safe, environmentally sound way, and that's what we're trying to do. And the resources are there. The energy companies want to go forward with it, and Nancy Pelosi is stopping this from going forward. You know what? When I went to these gas stations, the American people are hurting right now.
Sure,
and I saw like farmers and ranchers and small business owners, and people are getting hurt at the pump, and they want Congress to do something about it. They don't want us to be on vacation. They want us to be working up in Washington, getting real solutions to the problem.
You know, and we don't do something pretty fast. You know, the ethanol debacle, that's causing the price of food to go up.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and that needs to be corrected.
Were you disappointed yesterday the EPA did not cut back on that mandate on corn-based ethanol?
That's been one of the biggest political boondoggles that I can think of. It was driven by the Midwest, and you know, when you tie your energy supply to the food market, that's a mistake, and it's driven up the price of corn, so my ranchers are upset. And, you know, that's, again, bad policy. I think we should shift towards cellulosity, which is, you know, the switchgrass and get off this corn.
Congressman, thank you for the update on this battle over the offshore drilling. We appreciate it.
And if anybody has gas receipts they want me to send to the Speaker, Nancy Pelosi, you can call my office at 473-2357.
Sam's got one for $200 for diesel for a pickup.
Bring it on.
Okay. Thank you, Congressman. Have a good day. That's Congressman Michael McCaul of Austin, 854. Sorry, didn't mean to rub salt in the wound there. Hey, traffic coming up next on KLBJ. If you're concerned about the economy right now and you're not sure you want to buy